Hello and welcome to the Overnight Coder. Today we're going to be talking about backing up our files and database. I've gotten this question a couple times in my email, as well as on the channel as well, and people are just kind of wondering, how can we be secure? Well, there are some plugins, I think, that make this a little bit easier. You download them and kind of like it runs on its own and saves both backups. I've never done that. I've always just done it the manual way because as a web designer myself, that it's just the easiest for me. Plus, I know I have everything. So here we see the overnight coder. Everything is 100%. The first thing we do is we go over to our cPanel. Your cPanel could look like multiple things. It's just usually the bunch of icons that you have on your hosting. Here's a Bluehost cPanel. Same thing, just a bunch of little icons that make it really easy. So out of those icons, we want to go over to, or we want to start off in File Manager. In File Manager, we see a list of our files in the public HTML directory. So I'm in the public HTML directory, and these are all my WordPress files. I've got a theme folder. This is just standard in there. Not really one of my files, but it stays in there. So if we're looking at themes all the way down to the PHP individual files, what we do is we'd either shift click or individually control click all of them and go over here to compress. So compress is going to put those in a zip archive, which is a zip file, and I can download that zip file. That way if anything goes wrong with my files or something gets deleted or something's in there that shouldn't be, I have that backup zip, and technically all I would have to do is I'm going to download this. And so if I accidentally deleted one of my themes, and I was back there, well, I could put it back either just by uploading the theme, or I could come in here. I have the whole folder for everything. I just replace everything in here with my zip folder. Obviously, the zip folder would have to be extracted when done. But the main point here for your backup, just go ahead and download or compress all those like we did. You put them into a folder. I don't want to rename that. I don't want to call it themes. I want to call it, this is my overnight coder backup. I mean, it's everything. It's not just the themes. It's, so that was awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. Make sure I have a copy on my computer, just in case, everything got deleted here. I'd still have a copy on my computer. One more thing that we want to grab was back over in the cPanel. We're going to be looking in the PHP My Admin. This is where your database is. So your database for this site. Hopefully you don't have many sites. If you do, it can get a little tricky. You have to find the right database extension that you set up for this. So overnight WP1 is it. I see it's got a plus here. I'm going to open that up. So these are all the database things that are saved for my specific design overnight coder. So what I want to do is I want to click this main one right here, and that brings all these up on the right hand side. Once these are all here, I can check all and I can export. When I click go here, all it's done is it's saved a copy of the overnight WP SQL. So technically, yeah, I could move this to another server if I wanted, but right now we're covering, hey, something happened to our website. If something happened to our website, if it was in the database, I could let me go back. I could import. So what I would do is something happened in the database, my database was corrupt. What I like to do, if something's broken on my site, what I'll do is I'll check all these with selected. I want to drop all these, which just means I'm going to delete them all. So now for overnight coder, I have no database. My site shouldn't even pull up. Yeah, perfect. It's like on the regular WordPress installation. Now let's just say I'm in here and one of my files is goofed up too. So here I'm just going to simulate one of my files being corrupt. Actually, I'm deleting everything just so you can get a fresh look. So now if I click this, I don't even have files on my server. So if something was go wrong, you get a white screen of death, or maybe a backup installed and you don't want that. So now I have absolutely nothing but those two saved files. I'm going to show you easily how I upload the theme zip. And now what I'm doing is I'm restoring my site that has been ruined or compromised, and while that's uploading, I'm going to go ahead and give it its time, but I'm going to go back over to the PHP My Admin, which I'm going to let you see from the start. Remember, PHP My Admin. I click on the overnight C, so that stuff pops in here, which is absolutely nothing. It says, hey, do I want to create a table? Meaning, yeah, this is blank, or maybe it just had a problem, so you dropped everything. And now I'm going to import, choosing file. And I want to go with that SQL file that I downloaded before, and I'm going to click go. So there's two pieces, the database as well as your files. So now I see that everything looked like it did before. You don't have to know anything about this. I mean, you just know how to export, import for your backups, and you're all set. Well, let's go back over to the, I guess that's why. Got some good files in there. Whoops, I probably shouldn't have deleted one of those folders. That was the themes folder at the top. You're not going to have that. Whoops. Yeah, so apparently some of my downloads and the files that I was providing for you guys is in this huge WordPress thing. So yours won't take this long unless your upload speed is super slow. I'm going to go back to the themes zip folder that we have, and all we're going to do is extract that so that is exactly the way it looked before. Everything is in my publication. I didn't move folders. I was in the publication email the whole time. This is where everything was. And now just to clean up, I'm going to delete that zip. I don't need my zip file hanging around on my server for, if I get hacked and somebody can take that. It's just a list of my files. I still don't have the database, which is all the important information that you've been adding. But that's it. Make it simple, easy. That is the manual way. Let's make sure this works, huh? Manual way of getting your theme back up and running, and making your backups as needed. Awesome. We'll see you soon.